YouTube bakery, my people. Welcome back to another episode of The Bakery. I'm your host, Mac Diesel, the host with the most, the best, better than the rest. And I am here today to give you some more info. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. The other day, had this, thought that just randomly popped in my head. And I shouldn't say random, but it was kind of random because of the circumstance and the situation and the thoughts that I was having. I have had a lot of trouble recently with just knowing that I'm going to be okay. And I've had times where I've worried, times where I've overthought, and times where I've just been in the wrong headspace. And it dawned on me that I'm going at my own pace, of course, but two, because I'm doing fine, you know? I know there's places I could be going and stuff I could be doing now, but those things will come when it's time for them to happen. And so it dawned on me, I had an epiphany that I'm really okay. I'm in the right space. I'm doing the right things. I'm working hard, not, messing around. I'm doing what I got to do to get myself in a better position for my future. And so I feel like today's episode is going to be based around just knowing that we can be comfortable and we can be okay with where we're at in life. Whether you're my age, 27, whether you're 30, 40, or even like 16, 18. No matter what age you're at, whatever walk of life you're in, you're going to be fine. You're doing fine. You're just running your own race. So let's not wait any further. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it going. So let's just talk about how we had this epiphany and my thoughts were just, I don't know, racing and things like that. I think in this era, in this time period, in this generation, we are all struggling with the same kind of thing: living, money, making money, and being comfortable. When I say being comfortable, you got to put everything into perspective. I mean, just living comfortably, being able to get groceries at a decent price, gas going up, I don't know, rent being low. And rent isn't exactly low, but it was reasonable before now. Those are some of the things that I worry about the most when it comes to me, at least, because I know that with my experience and the road that I'm going down, I wasn't able to do a lot of stuff that a lot of other people did before me. So what do I mean when I say that? What I mean when I say that is I was in college pretty much majority of my life. So from 2016 to 2022, I was going through college. And the reason why it took so long is because I kept switching between where I wanted to go and not taking care of my business properly like I was supposed to. So that put a lot of worry on me. Of course, anxiety and things like that didn't come from my initial college days, but towards the end, I started feeling many different emotions. And it kind of messed me up a little bit because I just felt like I was so behind the curve, right? So if I could just give an example, I have so many people that I went to high school with or middle school with or elementary school with that have grown up now. And, they're working these good jobs. They have girlfriends. They're getting married. And not only do they have not just girlfriends, but I also have girls that are friends that have boyfriends. And like I just stated right now, getting married and, you know, going on trips and doing all these things. And I used to sit and look at my life and be like, dang, like, I got to hurry up. I'm taking too long. I need to do something. And I never really sat down and just thought to myself, like, well, why do I need to do all that? Why do I need to be in a rush like everybody else? Why do I need to go on these trips? Why do I need to do everything that everybody else is doing? And it was just me wanting to be like everybody else. And that's cool, you know? There's stuff in this world that we all want, that we feel like we deserve, but at the same time, it's like, maybe that's not our path. So when I go back and I think about that epiphany I had, I was able to realize again that that was not my path. That was not where I was supposed to be at. Where I'm at right now is where I'm supposed to be at. And I'm okay with that. I think what made it so hard for me to be okay with everything that was going on was because I just didn't see myself settling for less, or I didn't see myself not being in the position like everybody else. And you know, it's that's a hard pill to swallow. You know, everybody wants to be on the same page. Everybody wants to, you know, just be where they want to be. But life does not work that way. And it's so unfortunate that it has to be that way. So you think about like just everyday struggle for people that are in that position of living on their own, working a 9 to 5, working overnight, or just working any type of hours in general. And a lot of them that I have talked to have told me that if they could go back and take their time and everything, they would. Meaning going to college if they didn't go to college, saving more money while they were living at home, or staying at home longer before they moved out. A lot of people I know just moved out when they were 20, 21. And looking at that, it made me feel like, dang, like, that's where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be living on my own, blah, 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 blah. But when school's involved, that's got to be the first thing that you focus on. Nothing else matters in that moment of understanding. So for me to understand and get what it is that I had to do, I understood that, okay, college is the most important thing right now. I have to get good grades. I have to put forth the best effort possible, and also just be okay with taking my time and not rushing. I was such in a rush to get back to home just to want to move out, want to get a car, want to do this, want to do that, when my main focus should have been perfecting my craft and getting in a job where I get paid well enough to do my craft. So what is my craft, right? And that should be something everybody asks themselves. What is it that I'm good at? For me, I'm good at doing stuff like this. I'm good at doing a podcast, talking to people, kind of trying to help them have a much more, not necessarily calm life, but a better understanding of life. And not to say that this is for everybody, but this is just for people who are dealing and feeling and going through the same emotions that I am going through. So with this helping me, it could also be helping others, right? So when I went to college for communications. That means journalism, that means photography, that means video editing, that means everything that has to do with communications is a giant umbrella. And I can't name everything that goes with it, but it's a giant umbrella. So with those things that I have learned and picked up in college, I have taken them from college into my brain and have used them in my own space and my own creativity and my own mind, and have just put it out on the internet in a way. And not necessarily the internet, but also with streaming, gaming, things like that. So with me having that type of ability and learning and trying new things and retaining different stuff, it's allowing me to know a little bit more about my craft, developing in a way that other people have probably already learned way before me, but something that I'm also just getting used to right now. And as I'm going, I'm getting better every day. I'm training my mind to be like, okay, hey, let's do this today. Let's practice this. Let's work on this. Let's see where this can go. Let's see if we can get past the ceiling barrier and go beyond that. And I think about it all the time, just like, what are ways that I can get better? What is some stuff that I wanted to try that I haven't tried yet? What am I scared to try so I can just go ahead and do it? And so it's a mind game, really. You just have to be, for one, passionate about what it is that you like to do, and you have to be motivated to want to do what you want to do. Because I ain't gonna lie, this podcast stuff is not easy. I'm the only one doing it. I'm recording, I'm editing, and I'm posting all by myself. I don't have anybody helping me. I'm doing all of this on my own. So just going back to having a craft that you're good at, one thing you want to remember is, yeah, there may be other people out there that are good at what you're doing, but you also got to remember that you're going at your own pace. And some may get it quicker than others at the same start line. And it's not about who finishes first. It's about how you can handle the obstacles that come with your race. Because you're going to get a lot of adversity. You're going to get so much that comes with it, whatever it is that you're doing. You don't have to be the first to finish. It could take you years before you actually develop an understanding and a grasp on what it is that you're doing. I can tell you right now, doing YouTube and Twitch and playing games, it's not an easy task. I was never really good at it. I just put stuff together and then I posted it. But with time and practice, I have learned and developed a much more advanced mindset when it comes to putting my things together. And I sometimes I feel like when people watch my stuff, it's just basic. It's kind of like just put together. I feel like people aren't actually like amazed by what I'm doing. But then when I talk to people, or if somebody mentions a podcast to me or mentions the gameplay that they see me do, they always tell me, like, man, you're really good. Like, I don't know how you do it, but you're super talented and this and that. And that builds my confidence over time. I then begin to realize, like, okay, even though I was down in myself, I'm actually really good. I'm actually doing the right thing. So why am I going to give up? Should I give up? No, I shouldn't give up, because I'm just scratching the surface. I'm only going to get better from here. And with these next few parts I have for my PC that I'm building, I'm hoping that it gets even more advanced. And I hope that I get to a point where I can stream comfortably without any issues and this and that and blah blah. It's a snowball effect. It's gonna take time, but you're gonna get there. So just remember, where you're at right now is where you need to be. And you have to be willing to be comfortable in that space in order to grow and in order to get better. So don't be worried about Susie over there doing the same thing that you're doing and she's better at it than you are. Nah, screw that. You guys are both the same. You guys are both good. You guys are just at two different points in your life. But you're both doing the same thing. Susie's a human being at the end of the day. She's not better than you. She's not better than me. Nobody's better than me. I'm the best at what I do. And that's a promise. Yeah, you may tell me, oh, well, this guy does it. I don't care. I'm the best at what I'm doing right now. They can have their stuff. I got my stuff. I'm more worried about what I'm focused on and how I'm doing at my craft and developing an audience that is comfortable watching me and giving me feedback and doing all these things. But I'm never going to compare myself to anybody again. I have no reason to. There's no point for me to do that. I don't desire to compare myself anymore. The only person that we all should be competing with is ourselves. When you compete with yourself, it pushes you to an extent that you didn't think you could reach before. And a lot of times we get in our head and we're like frick, I can't do this. This is a lot. This is too much. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. There's nothing in this world too big to stop us from getting better every day. There's nothing in this world too hard that we can't figure out a solution to our problems. So all I want to do is just encourage everybody who's watching this, stay on track, man. I promise it gets better from here. I promise it's going to get easier. You may not feel that way right now, but I'm telling you, over the next few weeks and days that you continue your craft and doing what you're doing, you won't even remember the time that you struggled, or remember the times that you had a hard time, or remember when you wanted to quit and give up. Of course, we all want to quit and give up at times. Life is not supposed to be easy. But if you take life by the horns, manhandle it, and say, hey, I'm one of them ones. I ain't no punk. I'm about to make you a punk. I promise you. Ain't nothing gonna get in your way again. You're not even gonna be thinking about it. You're gonna be like, all right, what's up? Bring it. I like adversity. I love adversity for sure. I like the challenge. I like when people tell me I can't do this, and I like when people say one thing and show another. Like when I was talking about last episode about support, I don't got a bunch of support from other people that I expect to give to me. That's a part of my challenge. That's a part of adversity. Other people are supporting me, and I don't even know who they are. That's fine with me. I love a challenge. They don't want to support me. I get somebody else who want to support me. And not even by saying anything, but just by them watching me or them encouraging me to keep going. There's nothing that can stop me from continuing to do what I love to do. That's a promise. So with that being said, I want y'all to remember, run your own race, be comfortable in your own space, and continue to grind. Because the grind is going to get harder, but the success at the end is going to be even better. So remember that. Now that we got through the main message, let's get into this music, dog. So as we all know, the BET Awards happened. I, for one, did not watch because I, for one, don't care. Never cared about any award show unless it was like something that pertained to gaming or something that pertained to Marvel or just something other than what's out right now. I don't really care for award shows. And yeah, I know I said Marvel and things like that, but that's just me thinking off the top of my head of things that I like. So, you know, I keep saying it all the time, but everybody knows I'm a Chris Brown fan, right? My boy got nominated for like 3 different awards. I think it was Artist of the Year, or it was something like that. Usher was in that category that he was in, that he got nominated for. And then it was Album of the Year. And then it was also Video of the Year. Now, this is not me being biased because I love music. I'm a big music fan. I like Usher. I like I like a lot of artists. But one thing about Chris Brown that differentiates him from everybody else is his creative standpoint and the amount of stuff that he's doing. Now, regardless of the fact that he didn't win, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because he's on tour selling out arenas. So he's making that money. That little award don't mean nothing. We got one Grammy over here, so we good. But what bothers me more than anything is the fact that people are still holding on to the little stuff. That's cool. If that's what they want to do, they want to hold a grudge, by all means. I wouldn't be worried about the award show either. But good Lord, at some point it's got to stop. It's annoying me. But besides that, there was a whole showing with Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. I can't remember which sister it was. Which Bailey sister it was. I think it was Chloe. Chloe performed, which I saw a little bit of. I thought it was pretty good. She did the Usher tribute. And then I can't remember who else performed. I think the music performance was probably the best part about the show. I think, for it to be running so long, it tends to get better, but then sometimes it's not good. I think from what I saw, the little bit that I did see, I think the music part was okay. I didn't really see, again, I didn't watch it, so I wasn't really into it like everybody else was, but, hopefully things evolve, things change, and they figure out some other stuff, but who knows. But now let's get into movies and TV. I want to talk about House of Dragons, right? No, excuse me, I need a sip. Nothing like some good H2O. House of Dragons has been on my radar for a while now. I have watched the complete season of the first season of the show, and man, I did not think I was going to get that hooked, but I got hooked. And a lot of the episodes are confusing for me because I try to pay attention and lock in. Try to pay attention and lock in, but I also kind of get the point of each episode. So a lot of it is a lot of betrayal, a lot of just unspeakable things that I won't say. I will let y'all watch it for yourselves, but it's very much a good show, and it grabbed my attention so quick that I was actually willing to keep watching every episode, even though they're 50 minutes long, 50 minutes to an hour. Some episodes are longer than others. But man, when I tell you that show is super good, it's really good. And then I just recently watched a movie with Jessica Alba in it. It's on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it. But boy, that movie right there, it reminded me so much of just what's Who's another actress? Jennifer Lopez when she did Mother. I felt like they kind of like went together a little bit, except the plot for Jessica Alba's movie was a lot different than Mother. The action part of it is what really makes me think of the two together. And I feel like Jessica Alba did such a good job. I feel like the amount of action was good. I feel like the storyline was good. It was honestly a good movie. It was one of the better movies I've seen in a long time. And there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, which I'm willing to watch, but that movie was actually really decent. I mean, hey, I don't know. I'm not a movie fanatic. I'm not a movie expert, but it was good. So when I figure out what movie it is, I'll probably talk about it in the next episode. Who knows if I remember. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all have a wonderful 4th of July or had a wonderful 4th of July. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week. I hope y'all stay mentally strong, emotionally strong, and spiritually strong, and continue to grow as a human being that you are supposed to be. Because nobody in this world is better than the other. As long as you got you and your support system and you love yourself and love those that are around you, that's all that matters at the end of the day. So go out there and be great. Go do something amazing. I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all as always. Appreciate y'all coming to support me. I'm outie, and I'll see you in the next one.
Zombie make the best. Zombie make the best. Zombie make the best.
Yeah, you walking around with diamonds in the street. Boy, you shine. Thought my name is Drake.